It's time for local high school football. The 38th season of Hometown Sports with Kerr and Myles Boyns. Sponsored by Alpha Technologies and Alarm Systems, Little Caesars, Mercedes-Benz of Bakersfield, Valley Strong Credit Union, and Golden Empire Transit.
And good evening and welcome to week 3 of our 38th season of Hometown Sports. I'm Kerr alongside Myles Boyns. We're wearing your Eagles green here today, yeah?
Yes, sir. We're going to celebrate the win.
Fan over here. And we're off and running with the only one-hour show dedicated to high school football.
This week we're traveling north to Fresno, east to Porterville, and south to Mission Viejo. And of course we're covering every single game here in town. In addition to the games, we'll be handing out a number of weekly awards, plus bringing you the very latest from Bakersfield College and youth football as well.
In other words, a jam-packed hour. First, a huge thank you to our loyal sponsors, Valley Strong Credit Union. Financial independence starts here. Little Caesars Pizza, 15 locations in Bakersfield and Kern County. Alpha Technologies and Alarms, keeping you protected and connected. Mercedes-Benz of Bakersfield, located in the Bakersfield Auto Mall. And Golden Empire Transit, makes life better by connecting people and places one ride at a time. Also, our segment sponsors, Brimhall Dental Group, Brian Hicks Real Estate Group, Golden Empire Youth Tackle Football, Stockdale Podiatry Group, Accelerated Urgent Care, and of course the good folks who have been around forever with us, Raymond's Trophies and Awards. So let's get week 3 of our 38th season underway, and as always, we thank you for joining us. And we are going to begin, by the way, at Independence, where we're expecting a shootout between Paul Gola's Falcons and Richard Sterrett's Centennial Golden Hawks, and we were not disappointed. A low-scoring first half gave way to a scoring frenzy in the second, as the Falcons take the field in this one with a 2-0 record. Hawks' first possession. Defense, marked by that guy, Mark Gonzalez, with the pick and going the other way. And Gonzalez is going to take it into the end zone for the score, 7-0 Falcons, just like that. Then the Falcons' next possession, watch Angel Corona turn the corner, turn on the Jets, and he is gone. What looks like a 14-0 lead, called back, holding. What a huge momentum swing. Moments later, the Falcons to punt, and that happened. Snap, Braxton Hardy first on the scene for the safety. So instead of 14-0, it's 7-2. Big difference. Late second quarter, Golden Hawks in the red zone. Jet Santiago throws to Brady Prey. Alone in the end zone, 9-7 Centennial at the half. That guy's having a good time. Early third quarter, Gunter Gola to Mark Gonzalez. And now he has a touchdown on defense and one on offense. It's 13-9 Falcons on top. Later third quarter, Jet Santiago. Nice run right here, keeping that defense honest and working for every yard. Later in the drive, Jason Grant in for the score. And Centennial back on top 16-13. But then Gola, oh my, going deep to Amir Smith. And the Falcons retake the lead, 19-16. We tell you the second half had some scoring. Back and forth we go. Santiago to Roland Myers. He splits the D and outraces everyone to the pylon. It is 23-19 Centennial. Look at Myers right there. Falcons drive the field. And Gola rolls out and finds Angel Corona right near the pylon, front of the end zone for the score. It's 27-23 Indy with 10:25 to play. Later in the fourth quarter, Jason Grant up the middle, virtually untouched. 30-27 Falcons. Golden Hawks. Falcons' next possession. Gola on the run, running for his life. And the throw downfield. Luke Camps seems to come up with an interception a week. Very next play, Jason Grant again. His third touchdown of the game. And Centennial in a wild one goes on to win by a final of 44-27.
Situation like that, we've played 2 really tough games to start the season where we've been in four-quarter ball games, and so I knew if we got to the fourth quarter, that was where our chance to really put them away was, and it was a great fought game, and ultimately in the end it boiled down to strength and will.
If those guys keep their heads up, we're going to be all right. I mean, we just got to put it together. The penalties were bad, miscues. It's tough to start 1st and 15, and they're on us. I mean, they were. We just got to clean it up and fix it.
I can't do nothing else. I can't do any of this without my own line. I'm so proud of my own line. I'm probably going to buy them some donuts on Monday. All I got to do is just focus up and wait for the next game.
Donuts on Monday. The next game, by the way, for Centennial at Chavez. Independence, meanwhile, will host Stockdale. Miles?
And speaking of a shootout, how about this year's Milk Bowl between BCHS and Central Valley Christian? The BCHS Eagles haven't won a Milk Bowl since the COVID year, and safe to say they had that in the back of their minds. Let's take you to Bakersfield Christian High School. First quarter, Nathan Peters to Teague Bradenberg. And he gets a couple of blocks, and he is gone. Cavaliers draw first blood, and they take the 7-0 lead. But the Eagles answering right back. Lincoln Adame launches it up the seam. Andre Calderon behind the secondary, and he's on his way to the end zone. A nice handshake right there. BCHS ties it up at 7. Second quarter, Eagles down 7 again. Adame to Calderon again. Gets 1 foot in for the Bears' second touchdown on the night to tie it up at 14. Under 2 minutes in the half. Eagles with the ball again. The pitch to Robert Hernandez. And he is going to score. BCHS takes the 21-14 lead headed into halftime. Third quarter, Lincoln Adame. Listen. Touchdown, Mike. You got it. Michael Smith the second behind the secondary. Eagles extend their lead 28-14. CV Steve's still in the fight. Nathan Peters finds a wide open Ryan Lewis, makes a move, and he is gone. Cavs within one score, 28-21. Now trying to tie it. The Eagles defense stepping up. Third down. Robert Hernandez scored a touchdown earlier. Interception out of nowhere. BCHS would take a 35-21 lead. Fourth quarter, how about more defense? Just imposing their will. John Heath, boom! The hit stick, helmets flying and all. And now 42-28. Talon Mather had a touchdown run earlier that we didn't show, but this one we do. Breaks free. Scores what would be his second rushing touchdown of the game. Lincoln Adame finished with 4 touchdowns through the air. BCHS wins the Milk Bowl for the first time since 2020, beating Central Valley Christian 49-28.
It feels good to come out here against a really good opponent. Watch your kids play really well. Obviously, we got a little out of breath, but we got a little penalty thing to fix. So that's on me. We'll do that. We'll stay more disciplined, but man, I'm super proud of the way these guys came out and played.
Our O-line just balled out today, and they just really carried us to that win. We had some playmakers make plays, Andre, Mike, Jason, and yeah, defense balled out too.
All right, BCHS winning by a final score of 49-21. They will go into week 4 bye week.
They are still serving up donuts at BHS. 144 minutes of football. Their defense is yet to surrender a single point. First, a 54-0 win over Edison, followed by a 43-0 blanking of Garza. Week 3 on the road at Stockdale. And I'm thinking she has to be a freshman. I mean, right? Okay, here we go. Bryson Abbott. You've been warned. Turning the corner. Gets the first drive going for BHS. Moments later, Abbott up the middle, into the end zone. 7-0 BHS on top. Now that driller defense we talked about, because it was something special. And Joey Wheeler coming in with heat at the 1-yard line with the sack. After a very short punt, Bryson Abbott trucks the defender inside the 5. And then Abbott again, and this time going to reach over for the score. And it's 14-0 Drillers on top. Stockdale trying to get something going, down by 2 scores. Devontae Oates right here, going right, then decides to reverse field. Trying to pick up some tough yards against that Driller defense, and he does so, getting into Driller territory. Very next play, Mustangs to the air. Watch Jalen Ford make a play on that ball. Nice grab. Comes away with the interception. The return, you see the flag called back, so we'll just show you some of the celebration right here. Second quarter, Drillers' defense is swarming again. Isaiah Bautista with the strip. Julian Grego with the recovery. And BHS back in business. Moments later, it's going to be Julian Grego with the touchdown. From short range, 21-0, Drillers on top. Later, second quarter, by the way, the mascot decided to go to the Stockdale side. It was not appreciated, and then he blew a couple kisses to the Stockdale fans. There you go.
Ultimate shade.
There you go. Meanwhile, Elijah Cavazos sidesteps the defender here. Watch. And gets first down yardage. Very next play. The TD pass. The connection. That one to Sean Smith. It's 28-0 BHS at the half. Cavazos, by the way, 13-19, 225 yards and 3 scores. And we love watching the younger cheerleaders in training. They are working hard. Gotta love it. Let's go after the halftime show. Let's go third quarter. Cavazos back to work, throws his receiver open. That's Davis Olson. Beautiful throw. And then Cavazos to guess who? Bryson Abbott. 35-0. The Drillers post another shutout as they cruise by a final of 49-0. Next week, it's Bullard. They will host 3-0 Bullard. Stockdale will be at Independence. I'm predicting BHS will be scored upon. Nothing against the Drillers, but Bullard has scored 70 points in each of the last 2 weeks.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. All right, time for our first break. Quick reminder, follow us on X and Instagram at Hometown BAK for all your live updates and scores. Over 6,000 strong and growing. Coming up, we're heading down south, I should say, with Liberty. Up north with Frontier and Ridgeview. Hometown Sports. We'll be right back. And welcome back to Hometown Sports. Liberty Patriots taking their 2-0 record on the road at State Power Santa Margarita. Just a week ago, Santa Margarita flexed with a win over Centennial Corona. If you know anything about Centennial Corona, they're pretty darn good too. We're making the trip to Trabuco Hills High School in Mission Viejo. And the Patriots' first possession, this pass intercepted by Tonga Yuhila. The nose tackle making the interception. And the Eagles are going to make the Patriots pay. James Johnson at quarterback. Going to Fisher Melton. 7-0 Santa Margarita on top. More Eagles defense. Jaden Jamal Haney is a big man. Bringing him down right now. That might have been a fright sack. Okay, second quarter. James Johnson on the move. Finds Jack Junker. Touchdown. 14-0 Santa Margarita. The ensuing kickoff. Brock Wattenbarger. He's special on returns, man. Year in and year out. And this one taking it down the far sideline. Big return. Patriots, however, would have to settle for a field goal. Julian Struznia. It's up and it's good, 14-3. Just over 2 minutes in the half. A backbreaker for the Pats. James Johnson to Jack Junker again. And he is gone. 21-3. And that is your score at the half. Let's go third quarter. And the Eagles defense rises again. Tonga Yuhila, who had the interception, now with the quarterback sack. Later third quarter, Eagles to pass. And this is going to be Brandon Thrasher with a diving interception for the Patriots. Very next play, however, this ball is going to be high and then tipped. Luke Anderson with the interception. And then James Johnson goes to work one more time, this time to Trent Mosley. And he's got some scoot in him. 28-3 as Santa Margarita goes on to win this one by a final of 42-3.
Defense is on the field for a long time. It's tough, especially with the playmakers they have. The Santa Margarita team is ranked high in the state for a reason, and they have some guys. And offensively, if we don't sustain some drives and get some first downs, then it's hard to get in a rhythm of things. So we struggle with that.
All right, so Liberty Falls, they will host Buchanan this week. That should be a good one in week 4.
In a tale of 2 weeks for the Frontier Titans, beating Oak Ridge in Week 1, losing to Liberty Brentwood in Week 2, both on the road. The road stretch continues, and the difficulty expected as well, especially when facing the Clovis Cougars, who's led by one of the top QBs in the Valley in Deegan Rose. And here comes Frontier with the boombox, giving San Francisco 49ers vibes right there. And there's one of the top QBs, Deegan Rose, 3-star commit to Oregon State. Opening kickoff, DeJour Malone back to field it at about the 27-yard line, zigging and zagging. And he is dragging out those yards, breaking tackles, still on his feet. House call. Cougars on the board first. They lead 7-0, ensuing possession. Brady Campbell to Songbae Jinyu, back shoulder, waiting for the signal. And it's a touchdown. Titans tie it up at 7. Second quarter, Clovis leads 10-7. Play action. Deegan Rose to Bryce McCabe. He is going to fight his way into the end zone. And the Cougars lead 22-7 at the half. Opening kickoff of the second half. There's just a lot of kick returns. Michael Hanks Jr. fields it after a few bounces. And he is zigging and zagging and dragging those yards. He is down the sideline. And it would be a house call for him. There were 3 total kickoff returns in this game. Titans trail 22-14. They will score again, now 22-20. Deegan Rose to the end zone. DeJour Malone over the shoulder grab.
Wow.
29-20 Clovis, and that duo wasn't done yet. Rose rolls out. Malone elevates. It was an elegant catch for the first down. Later on, James Caruso is going to run it in for the score, and Clovis hands Frontier their second loss of the season. Final score 57-27, and Frontier will host Highland of Gilbert, Arizona, and that game is scheduled to be a Saturday game.
Yeah, and it's actually in Corona. We had hosts. They're in the host state, I guess is the best way to put it. First-year Ridgeview coach Nathan Claunch sending his Wolfpack on the road to Sunnyside. The Wildcats featuring talented quarterback Tanner Wilson. The Pack defense holding their own for a good portion of the night. Let's show you what happened as the Wildcats take to their home field in this one. And the Cats go to the air. And watch this interception by E.J. Ellis Moya Jr. That's a beauty. Great play. Great play. Second quarter, no score. The give and the run. And lunging into the end zone for an early touchdown. The only touchdown of the first half. Sunnyside on top. Meanwhile, the Pack on the move. Trey Stocker. Big gain right here for the Wolfpack. Down 8-0, the drive would stall, setting up for a field goal, but that didn't quite work out. So they come up empty. In just minutes, was just before the half, the Wildcats throwing this one deep. Jacob Longoria with the interception. They intercepted Tanner Wilson 3 times, 8-0 at the half, third quarter. That's what the Wildcats wanted. Tanner Wilson to C.J. Jones. 14-0. More special team issues for the Pack. This punt never got off. Wildcats take over possession. That leads to Tanner Wilson going to Malachi Barnes, who makes the grab. 20-0. Later, third quarter, Tanner Wilson, the quarterback draw, and showing off his wheels. 27-0. And Sunnyside goes on to win 33-0.
We took every punch that they had in the first half, and came out pretty fired up, I thought. Fortunately, we couldn't get off the field on 3rd and 4th down in that third quarter, and just dug ourselves a hole we couldn't get out of.
All right, so they will host Grace High School coming up this week as Sunnyside wins it 33-0. Coming up on Hometown Sports, we're traveling to Tehachapi, plus a pair of stops in town at Highland and South. Join the crowd. Follow us on X and Instagram at Hometown BAK. We'll be right back. And welcome back to Hometown Sports. In the annals of Tehachapi football, kicking does not come to mind. With that, our apologies to all the former Warrior kickers, by the way, and Vince McLaughlin, who played in the 1970s. More on that in a moment. Sticking to the mountains, the Tehachapi hosting Taft High School. It was in the 80s, breeze, felt nice. Caden Haggerty right here, starting things off. Touchdown run, 7-0 Tehachapi on top. Meanwhile, the defense stepped up as well. Watch Leon Gonzalez, number 7, strip the ball, and that's right there for Wade Brooks to fall on. Setting up Aiden Nicholson, who goes in for a score. Last year it was A.J. Anderson. This week they're spreading the wealth. Taft to punt, blocked. And recovered by Tyler Lombardi. And that sets up Adrian Pena. Just a little hop, skip, and jump in there.
He wanted to do that.
21-0 to Hatchby on top. Back to Hatchby kicking. This is Carter Colasar lining up for a 47-yard field goal. And this one has room to spare. It's the longest field goal in Hatchby school history, previously held by Vince McLaughlin, who kicked a 45-yarder against Kern Valley in 1977. Then the touchdown here by Wade Brooks, 34-0 at half. By the way, they introduced youth. That's my favorite player right there with the big old hat on. they had like 300 kids coming out. Warriors cruise 41-0. We caught up with the record-setting kicker Carter Colasar and his big night.
Yeah, it was great. I knew the school record was 45, but we come out here and practice every Thursday, and we do it. We do kicks all the time. I make 57, 50, 55, so I was just confident with my kicks.
Do you think you have a 57-yarder in a game?
Oh yeah, for sure. For sure, I do it all the time in practice. I got confidence in myself.
I mean, he's a weapon. Points on the board when, sometimes they're in those close defensive battles. If our defense plays like it did tonight, points are at a premium. So it's nice to know we got a kid we can send out anytime we're in the 35 and come away with some points.
Well, they did just that. Hatchby wins. They'll be at Wasco this week, and Taft will host Arvin.
And the Highland Scots off to a hot start this season, looking for their first 3-0 start since 2017. They welcomed a shorthanded Kennedy squad who's down their 2-star running backs, looking to avoid a 3-0 start for the first time since 2011. And meanwhile, here's Highland student Drake Carlin playing the national anthem on the guitar. And a look at the two-headed monster in Kennedy backfield, J.C. McCoblin and Jameson Membreve out with injuries, and the injury bug kept biting the T-Birds. Here in the first quarter, the pass, incomplete, but even worse, quarterback Javier Valdez goes down, and he would be out for the remainder of the half. Scoreless in the first quarter. Second quarter, Preston Mendez to Johnny Brucker, wide open on an island across the middle, and he ain't done. 60 yards later to the house. Scots up 7-0. Let's take a quick listen.
3 more. Sir, that's all we need.
Say they need 3 more. How about 1 more? Now 10-0, but the one-hander.
Wow.
This time in the end zone, Highland leads 17-0 at the half. He's a little camera shy. On in the third quarter, things not getting better for Kennedy. The deflection into the hands of Roman Robles for the interception. And he takes it back for the pick six. We got you, Roman. Scott's in command, 24-0. T-Birds trying to make things happen. Now here, Dozier running hard, carrying most of the lead. Down their star 2 running backs. He picks up the first down later on in the drive. And he is going to cash in, putting Kennedy on the board. They trail 24-7. Fourth quarter. And now here, Dozier is going to find another opening. Takes a shot by Brucker, but not before scoring a touchdown. Now it's 24-15. Have a game. But Austin Hernandez says, no, we don't. First play on the ensuing drive, breaks free, and Highland beats Kennedy 31-15, starting 3-0 for the first time since 2017.
We're just excited, guys, playing. Our goal is to be better every single week and every day, and they've definitely showed it. I think tonight playing against a team like Kennedy, that's, again, one of the top in the sections, to be able to beat someone like them, it's huge for us. And so our guys have put in a lot of work, and we're excited for what they can keep doing.
All right, first 3-0 start for Highland since 2017. First 0-3 start for Kennedy since 2011. Kennedy will host Pioneer Valley. Highland will be on the road at Kingsburg.
Well, Golden Valley head coach James Kane played his first year of football for South High coach Kerry Mills. Mills quick to point out Kane has won the coaching battle last couple times out. Let's take you to South. This was a good one. First quarter, no score. And Antonio Casillas, the swing pass to Joseph Perez. It looks like Golden Valley's got something cooking. However, the touchdown called back. Not to worry, Casillas back to work. to the air, this time up the tip. Cesar Vasquez for the touchdown. 8-0 Golden Valley. Second quarter, Josh Encinas rolls out. Jairo Hazley for the touchdown. It's 8-6. Let's go fourth quarter now, 14-6 Golden Valley. The Bulldogs are punting the ball away with that 8-point lead. It glances off a South player and the Bulldogs recover. They can get a dagger right here with the score, right? Golden Valley looking to put it away, but Israel Fuentes, beautiful play on the swing pass. And then moments later, Eddie Hayden comes up huge with the interception inside the 5, and it's still a one-possession game, 14-6. Just over a minute to play. Spartans are driving, and Josh Encinas goes to Uriah Tingley, 14-12, but they, of course, need 2 to tie it with 1:03 to play. Encinas to Hazley. We are tied, and we're going to overtime. Bulldogs get the ball first. This is fourth down. Incomplete. Spartans get their chance. This is fourth down, and they are lining up for a field goal by J.J. Flores. Might have got an offsides there, but the kick is up, and it is good. South pulls it out, winning 17-14 in overtime.
It started out slow. We started out playing really slow. They stopped our run game, so we had to throw the ball, and we were able to score late in the game, tie it up, get a little momentum, and carry that momentum over into overtime.
All right, so there it is. South wins it. Golden Valley, by the way, will be at Morro Bay, and South will be at Atascadero. Time for another break. Coming up, we'll travel to North, Foothill, and Arvin. Remember, you can find us on X and Instagram at Hometown BAK. Hometown Sports will be right back.
Hometown Sports Players of the Week is sponsored by Brimhall Dental Group.
Welcome back to Hometown Sports. First-year North High Stars coach Adam Levinson picking up his first career win last week. Levinson looking for his first winning streak as a coach, but his Stars would have to go through 2-0 Delano. Honorary captains here today for this one between Delano and North. And introducing Alexander Nunez. Field goal. 3-0. Stars on top. More from Alexander later on. Oh, by the way, Delano counters with a field goal of their own. We're tied 3-3. Second quarter, Bradley Dockery breaking free. He's brought down, drive stalls, Alexander Nunez. His second field goal, 6-3. Later second quarter, Elijah Valdivinos. Running hard, coming right at you. That 6-3 lead. That would set up Camden Dockery, the quarterback's brother. Takes the pitch, you can't see it, but he will get in there for the touchdown. 13-3 Stars at the half. And we bring yet again more young cheerleaders. Gotta love them. Tell you what. You got the future football players, you got the future cheerleaders. Third quarter, Elijah Valdivinos does it again, breaking free. He's brought down, setting up Alexander Nunez for his third field goal of the game. It's 16-3. Cue the Stars defense, which already has been playing great. Kyle Moore, the pick at the goal line, snuffing out one drive. Later fourth quarter, Delano works their way into the red zone again and again. The interception. Evan Lachey with the interception right there. Adam Levinson with some praise for his defense in a 16-3 win.
They stepped up and they grinded it out. We got some big turnovers when it happened, and that was really the difference in the game.
The interview when the band's not playing. Meanwhile, the victory, 16-3. Delano will host Foothill, and North at Golden West. That North game is on a Thursday.
And speaking of Foothill, last week they picked up their first win under new head coach Chris Waddle. East now in a similar spot, looking for their first win of the season against the Trojans. Let's head out to Foothill High. First play from scrimmage, Randy Lenore Jr. says, "Let me introduce you to my left shoulder." Picks up the first down. By the way, our very own Will Silverstein told me to say that. So shout out to Will. Down in the red zone, Christian Tellez to Angel Chacon, who's going to get into the end zone for the touchdown. Extra point, no good. Blades lead 6-0. Foothill fumbled on their first offensive possession, and they're going to do it on their second one as well. Recovered by Michael Cordero. Second quarter ensuing drive, Randy Lenore punches it in for the touchdown. PAT good. East up 13-0. Next Blades possession. Check this out. The bobble on the pitch. Oh, playing hot potato into the hands of Marcos Carbajal Jr., and he is headed the other way into the end zone. PAT good. Trojans within 6. Ensuing kickoff. Turtle Fernandez fields the line drive. Turtle.
There you
He's
go.
not moving like one, but check out the block from Kane Gonzalez. They are in Foothill territory. It ended another Randy Lenore TD. Score was 19-7 at the half. Third quarter, Derek Sanchez throws a mean stiff arm, picks up the first down into the red zone. They are Andrew Trevino on the counter, and he is going to get to the edge. Foothill within 6. They trail 19-13. And why not go back to the same play on the next possession? Worked once, and it works again. And just like that, the Trojans take the lead, 20-19. Fourth quarter, we go. East now in goal range. Jacob Barboa runs it in, and the Blades back in the lead, 27-20. Ensuing kickoff. And the Trojans muff it. And it is recovered by East. Wyatt Wynn led to a third Randy Lenore touchdown, 34-20. Trojans march down the field. Derek Sanchez breaking tackles. Another stiff arm. Has a mean right hand, and it helps him into the end zone. Trojans down 7 with just under 3 minutes left in regulation. Blades running out the clock, and who else to do it? Randy Lenore Jr. picks up the first down to ice the game. East picks up their first win of the season, beating Foothill 34-27.
Last couple weeks, this kid here has been putting everything he's got, and our offensive line's finally clicking together. And so, without our little Jerome Bennis here, really helped us tonight.
We've been working hard. Everybody's been downing us. Everybody wants to see us succeed. So, I think this game's going to give our team motivation.
All right, there's a look at your final score. East will have a bye week. Foothill will be on the road at Delena.
All right, of all the Week 3 games, the Boron Arvin game standing right at the top for entertainment. Long passes, big runs, some extra football as the Bears and Bobcats went to overtime. Digging deep, how about this trivia? Arvin has 3 players named Xavier. All 3 scored touchdowns. Let's go to it. Future Arvin Bear on the sideline, apparently talking to his agent. There we go. Bears open the scoring. Andrew Rosales to Xavier Brooks, who's behind the secondary and literally walks this one in. 7-0. Bears on top. Bobcats respond. Jalen York to Andrew Gartica. Boron goes for 2, and they have an 8-7 lead. Let's fast forward. It's now 14-14. Jalen York, same combo to Andrew Gartica, who's going to dodge a defender and go the distance for the touchdown. Boron on top, 20-14. The Bears, meanwhile, drive the field, and Rosales founds Xavier Reynoso, touchdown. 21-20, Arvin at the half. So that's 2 Xaviers that have scored. Third quarter, now 28-20, Arvin. Bobcats get into the end zone. Israel Flores reach it in, just gets in. 2-point conversion, we're tied at 28. The team's traded TDs, now 34-34. The third Xavier, Gonzalez this time, scores. The Bears on top, 41-34. Boron needs to respond. This is 4th down, and they are stuffed by the Bears defense. Arvin wins by a final of 41-34 in overtime. What a game there. Arvin will be at Taft. Boron will be at Del Oro. Once again, check us out on X and Instagram at Hometown BAK. Coming up, West High Vikings win their home opener. Plus, we'll check in on Chavez and McFarland. Hometown Sports will be right back.
And welcome back to Hometown Sports. After a shutout loss on the road to Delena last week, Derek Dunham and his West High Vikings out to make a statement in their home opener against Burrows. Let's take you out to West High. Dallas Grider Field opening possession for Burrows. And the pass, tip drill into the hands of Edwin Gonzalez. You can't ask for a better start for West High. First play, offensive play, ensuing drive, Guy Vasquez. And check out the referee. He'll be okay. Guy Vasquez into the end zone. Vikings on the board first. Second quarter, How about Vasquez's second carry? And it's going to be the same result. His second touchdown. 14-0. West is up. And later on in the quarter, Lorenzo Vasquez gets to the edge, and West leads 26-7 at the half. Third quarter we go. Burrows starting to find their groove. John McLaughlin throws deep to Julian Buchanan. Wide open, dives for the touchdown. Burrows trail 26-13. Later in the third, Aiden Duggan to the corner, and Aaron Washington leaps over the defender for the touchdown. Now it's just a one-score game, 26-19. But who do they go to? Guy Vasquez, third touchdown on the night. West gets their first win of the season, beating Burrows 33-25.
Feels great because the kids have been working hard. Hey, hats off to Burrows. Came down here, played a tough football game. They had to Hatchby down a couple weeks ago. Played a tough Quartz Hill team last week. Love the way we came out. We had to hold on there at the end, but it showed grit out our guys.
All right, and West will be on the road facing a tough Monache team week 4.
We got Monache highlights coming around the corner. Meanwhile, Jesse Ortega has a nice program at Chavez. But Chavez, like many schools, not one of those programs that reload. Occasionally they have to rebuild, and that is the case in 2024. Titans hosting the Monache team we just talked about. Take you to Delena for this one. 7-0 Monache on top here, and the Titans take the ensuing kickoff. And watch the return here. Weaving their way deep into Monache territory. Titans offense, however, going the wrong direction. Drive stalls. They would actually have to punt on that one. After a Titans punt, Monache just went long distance. Breaking off this one for a touchdown. 88 yards. It's 14-0. Marauders on top. Next touch for Monache. And it's the same fella, DJ Shimmer right there. It's 21-0 at the half. Second half kickoff. Check this out. And watch the return. Ty Baxter goes 90 yards. It's 28-0. Fourth quarter, DJ Shimmer had 2 TDs. Why not Baxter? 93 yards. And Monache rolls in this one by a final of 53-0. Next up, Chavez will host Centennial.
Things not getting easier for Chavez with that schedule. New team, new uniforms, new league. Well, to a degree, the McFarland Cougars have a new identity coming into this week, 2-0. They face Granite Hills for their first road game, and McFarland couldn't have asked for a better start. The ending, however, a different story. In a game at Granite Hills that's actually hosted by Granite Hills. It's usually hosted by Porterville a lot of the time. Cougars defense started the possession with the fumble recovery. So did the offense. George Hernandez to Carlos Hernandez in the end zone for the grab. 2-point conversion good. 8-0 McFarland leads. Next Cougars possession, play action. Another throw to the end zone, and it's Richard Samaniego. 14-0 McFarland. Late first quarter, now 14-7. The tie change. With the hit, the ball comes out, and Angel Hinojosa scoops and scores. And all of a sudden, just like that, we are tied at 14, second quarter. Diego Guerre is going to get to the edge, runs it in, and Grizzlies take the lead 21-14. 21 points scored unanswered for the Grizzlies. Meanwhile, the Cougars answer right back. Sebastian San Juan Concha punches it in. Extra point, no good. McFarland trails 21-20. Seconds left in the half. Tyson Vincent runs it in. Granite Hills lead McFarland 28-20. We're going to jump all the way to the fourth quarter. And the Grizzlies lead 40-28. Cougars looking to score. And the pass picked off in the end zone by Diego Guerre. and he is going to run it back 100-plus yards for the pick six. Granite Hills sets a school record for most points scored in a game, handling McFarland their first loss of the season. Final score, 61-28. Meanwhile, McFarland will be on the road week 4, taking on Lindsay.
Let's take a look at some other scores. Teams on the road. Del Oro falling at Santa Maria. They will host Boron next week. Garces losing to Moore Park. They'll be playing San Joaquin Memorial. That's, of course, is in the Holy Bowl. Wasco a winner. They will host Tehachapi. And then Kern Valley coming up short. They have a bye week after the loss to Mission Prep. Time for another break. Coming up, the BC Renegades open their season. We'll take you there. Plus our Players of the Week. And check us out on X and Instagram at Hometown BAK. Hometown Sports. We'll be right back.
Hometown Sports Exciting Play of the Week is sponsored by Stockdale Podiatry.
And welcome back to Hometown Sports. BC Renegades opening their season against Golden West. Season openers can be dicey. Penalties, lack of focus, inconsistency, special team mishaps. And the Renegades had all of that and more. Let's take you to Memorial Stadium for this one. And we pick up the action tied 7-7. Little trickeration, as they like to say. Vincent Igoa to Mackay Smith, who pulls up and throws to a wide open Mason Tapia. 33 yards for the score. Gates up 13-7. Next Golden West possession. This pass picked off by Jaden Hollis, who steps right in front of it. However, again, opportunities as the Gades line up for a field goal. They already missed an extra point, and this one is wide right. No good. Golden West goes down the field. Javon Taylor in for the score. That made it 24-13. It was 17-13 at the half. That made it 24-13. It was even a tough day for Captain America, who almost fell right there. Oh, okay. Here we go. Fourth quarter. Rustlers to punt. And the Gades are back in this. High snap. Setting them up at the 7-yard line. And then so they go to Jadaniels Nettles, who goes airborne. 24-19. Later, fourth quarter, after a Golden West field goal made it an 8-point game, David Smith, 27-25, but the Gades were penalized after the play, so the 2-point conversion came from the 18-yard line to tie the game. Big difference. And incomplete. And the Renegades fall by a final of 27-25.
Too many turnovers and too many costly penalties, and frustrating because, you play a good football team, and we've told them all week long you can't make mistakes against a good team like that and think that you're going to win.
All right, so next week, the Renegades will be on the road with them as they are at Long Beach. Miles?
All right, and time for our Players of the Week, sponsored by Brimhall Dental Group, committed to providing quality health care to you and your family. Our Brimhall Dental Group Offensive Player of the Week is Guy Vasquez of West High, making the most of his 12 carries for 185 yards and 3 touchdowns. Guy Vasquez of West High is our Brimhall Dental Group Offensive Player of the Week.
No officials hurt in the filming of that game. Our Brimhall Dental Group Defensive Player of the Week is a team thing. That's Joey Wheeler of BHS. This is Jalen Ford of BHS. And then we got Brenton Brown, number 5, who had a couple of tackles in the backfield and a QB sack. BHS posting his 3rd straight shutout. Let's have the other 8 starters on the defense. BHS, they are this week's Brimhall Dental Group Defensive Players of the Week.
Our Brimhall Dental Group Special Teams Player of the Week, Carter Coleslaw of Tehachapi, blasting a school record 47-yard field goal, breaking a Tehachapi record, which has stood since 1977. Coleslaw adding another field goal and kicking every kickoff into the end zone for a touchback. Carter Coleslaw of Tehachapi is one of our Brimhall Dental Group Special Teams Players of the Week. The other is J.J. Flores of South, with this game-winning field goal in overtime. J.J. Flores of South, also one of our Brimhall Dental Group Special Teams Players of the Week.
All right, coming up on Hometown Sports, our game-saving play of the week, our Brian Hicks Real Estate Group Athlete of the Week, and our weekly installment of our Golden Empire Youth Football. Hometown Sports. We'll be right back.
Hometown Sports Scholar Athlete of the Week is sponsored by Accelerated Urgent Care.
Welcome back. Time for our game-saving play of the week. Some weeks are easier than others when you select this. This week was easy. This week's game-saving play, you just saw it. South High kicker J.J. Flores with his game-winning field goal in overtime. Everybody can go home happy if you're on the South side. J.J. Flores is South with our game-saving play of the week.
Our Athlete of the Week, sponsored by Brian Hicks Realty Group, saving clients. Thousands numbers don't lie. This week's Athlete of the Week, BCHS quarterback Lincoln Adame at the controls of the Eagles offense, throwing for 4 touchdowns in their annual Milk Bowl showdown against CVC. Lincoln Adame of BCHS is our Brian Hicks Realty Group Athlete of the Week.
Meanwhile, our youth football brought to you by Golden Empire Youth Football. Golden Empire Youth Tackle Football. Athletes are born every day, but champions are made right here, right now. Varsity Bengals and Warriors, first quarter, no score. Caleb Esquivel, far side, gets to the edge and in for the touchdown, 7-0 in favor of the Bengals. Then Nathaniel Regalado cruising in for a score in the third quarter. It was 7-0 at the half, 13-0. Bengals on top. Give credit to Warriors quarterback Harith Clouden Jr. right here for making something out of nothing. He was right for his life right here. Eventually would get a first down, but the Bengals prevail in this one, shutting out the Warriors by a final of 13-0. Coming up, our Stockdale Podiatry exciting play of the week, plus our hits of the week, brought to you by Raymond's Trophies and Awards, and of course our hometown All-Stars and Accelerated Urgent Care with their Scholar of the Week. We will be right back.
And welcome back. Now for our exciting play of the week, sponsored by Stockdale Podiatry Group. We treat your feet. This week's exciting play, East at Foothill. Check out the pitch in the East backfield. Up for grabs. Marcus Carbajal Jr. takes it in for the score. Marcus Carbajal Jr. of Foothill with our Stockdale Podiatry Group. Exciting play of the week.
Time now for our hits of the week, brought to you by Raymond's Trophies and Awards. It's not just an award, it's a memory. Let's begin with our hits. Liberty at Santa Margarita, number 2, Brock Wattenbarger, closing in to make the play and make the hit. Another look at this one is Brock Wattenbarger of Liberty High School. Next up, East at Foothill. Blades running back Randy Lenore, running over defenders. Oh, my goodness. That is Randy Lenore. And that was early in the game of East High School. McFarland at Granite Hills. Watch the pass near side. Ryan Vinson, number 1, is going to come. That's a big fella right there. Ryan Vinson with the nice stick. That's Ryan Vinson of Granite Hills. This week's Hitman of the Week, it's the Milk Bowl. CVC at BCHS. Go against the grain at your own peril. John Heath with a shoulder. And down goes Frazier. Helmet pops off and everything. It's worth a couple more looks. John Heath of BCHS is our Raymond's Trophies and Awards Hitman of the Week.
Time for our Hometown All-Stars, the best of the best each week, culminating with our Hometown All-Star team, which will be presented during our final show in December. Our first nominee, North High place kicker Alexander Nunez. Any other week, he may have been our Special Teams Player of the Week. Nunez with 3 field goals in North's 16-3 win over Delena. He's definitely a weapon. For head coach Adam Levinston, Alexander Nunez of North High. Next up, Mark Gonzalez of Independence. Gonzalez scoring on both sides of the ball with a pick 6 and a touchdown reception in the third quarter. Mark Gonzalez of Independence High School. Our third nominee, BCHS receiver Andre Calderon. Agent Zero, they call him. A favorite target of quarterback Lincoln Adame, pulling in a pair of touchdowns in their Milk Bowl win over CVC. Andre Calderon of BCHS. And those are this week's Hometown All-Star nominees.
Now for our Scholar Athlete of the Week, sponsored by Accelerated Urgent Care. Feel better, faster. This week's Scholar of the Week comes from Tehachapi, number 52, Kenny Pitt. GPA of 4.0, wants to major in mechanical engineering and looking at Eastern Washington, Willamette University, Bakersfield College in Ventura. Played also basketball, some track as well. Favorite food? Burgers. Favorite TV show? SpongeBob, of course. Favorite music? Rap. And one thing most people don't know about Kenny Pitt, he did MMA for 3 years. Actually won a gold medal in one competition. Kenny Pitt of Tehachapi is our Accelerated Urgent Care Scholar of the Week. Predictions coming at you next. We'll be right back. And welcome back to the show. Time for our predictions. And here we go. Week 4 staring at us. We got North at Golden West. It's a Thursday game. We both have North. Adam Levinson off to a 2-1 start.
And they're doing good.
Another Thursday game, Granite Hills, Miramonte. Go with Miramonte, although Granite Hills just put up 62, but the Lions look pretty good in week 2, their last game. Bullard BHS. I think they'll give up points, but I think they'll win.
Yeah, BHS has just been clicking on all cylinders, run past. They have no weaknesses right now.
Liberty tries to bounce back against the Buchanan team that's off to a hot start. We both like the Patriots in that one. Stockdale Independence. I saw Independence. They look good. They just, ran into a little bit of a, shakedown with Centennial that went back and forth. Stockdale, of course, trying to bounce back from their loss. McFarland against Lindsay. That should be just Lindsay, not Pioneer. But Lindsay, McFarland going up against this one. And then Shafter on the road without Ezekiel Osborne. Your thoughts on that one?
That'll be interesting to see what they can do. We'll see what Perucci, he always has a way to figure out of moving somebody athletic in that quarterback position, making more run plays.
That would be Marion Sloan, probably. All right. This is where Pioneer belongs. Pioneer Valley against Kennedy. I see Kennedy getting their first win here.
Me too. I think, they're not clicking on all cylinders quite yet, but we'll see if they have one of the running backs or both.
Centennial Chavez could be another long night for the Titans in that one. Centennial looks good. Jason Grant is something. Arvin against Taft. We're both going to go with Arvin in this one. Taft's offense has to find themselves a little bit, I think. Tehachapi Wasco, we're splitting up on this one. I like the Warriors.
I like the Tigers on that one. I think it's going to be definitely a run-heavy game, to say the least.
You're not kidding. That's going to be a good one. All right, Grace against Ridgeview. Grace from out of town, of course. Look for Nathan Clonch and guys to pick up the first win. Del Oro against Boron. That should be a very entertaining game, by the way. Those two teams had a close, or at least Boron a tight game with Arvin. Foothill Deleno. You like Deleno get back in the win column?
I do think they get back in the win column. I think Foothill does give them a run for their money, though. Foothill
I think that'll be a good one.
Up.
3 games in Deleno this week, by the way. Golden Valley at Morro Bay as they hit the coast. Highland against Kingsburg. Kingsburg, always a good team. South of Tascadero, another team heading to the coast. Got some smart coaches there getting to the coast when it's still hot here in Bakersfield. West against Menachie. Menachie just put up 53 on Chavez. I think West with their win. That's going to be an entertaining game. Garces San Joaquin Memorial, your thoughts on the Holy Bowl here?
Yeah, I think Garces has enough to get it done. I think, that bye week has – they didn't have a bye week, actually. I think they'll be upset after that loss.
They got to get that one. They got to get it in the win column. BC Long Beach, we're looking for the Renegades to bounce back and pick up a victory there. Again, we'll be on the road with BC for that one. For Miles, I'm Greg. We'll see you next week, back at our regular time at 5 p.m., we think. We'll see you then.
Hometown Sports was sponsored by Alpha Technologies and Alarm Systems, Little Caesars, Mercedes-Benz of Bakersfield, Valley Strong Credit Union, and Golden Empire Transit.